Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stefan, the Photobook Guru, and in this video I want to give you an updated review of one of the most popular photo books out there, Mixbook. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. If you are a regular follower, you know that the most videos on this channel are about Mixbook, not just because they are really easy to use, very popular, but also because it was the very first photo book that I created for myself many years ago, and they are still there and they're still doing what they do best. The reason why I'm doing a new video is because there have been a lot of new updates, not just to the actual books, but also to the online interface, the online editor, the website, the look of the website, and their brand new Photobook app for smartphones where you can do now a lot of things that you couldn't do before. So I'm here to talk about all of these new features, to show you my new photo books, which is basically a revision or look into 2024. Hopefully this is going to give you an insight into all the new things you can do with Mixbook. As always, don't forget to use the discount code that you can see on the screen now to get a nice discount on your next order. Mixbook has so many offers all the time, you almost never have to pay full price for your photo books. So be alert to make sure you always see the amazing deals that are on offer. So first I would like you to show you the books, talk a little bit about what I have here, and then I'm going to show you the editors. I'm going to show my screen, what's new on the website, what kind of product you can choose from now, and then I'm going to show you what's new on the app. Now, if you are watching this from around the world, I want to point out that Mixbook now ships almost worldwide, at least into the countries where photo books are popular, and now they have separate print stations in America, in the UK, in the EU, in Canada, Australia, and perhaps one more. And the reason why they have all these separate print stations is to be able to get the books to you quicker and at a much cheaper shipping cost. Now, this also means that there are some differences between these print stations, so I have to mention this. I am in the UK, but when I switch my shop to the US storefront, I see slightly more options for papers, but those can only be shipped within the United States. So in this video, I'm talking about the US storefront because that has the most options, and obviously that's the most popular storefront, and I got these books from the US shop. But if you are trying to access Mixbook from a different market, just bear in mind not all of the things that I talk about might be available in your own country. And if you're completely new to the channel, why is Mixbook so popular? Is because they came up with a very easy but extremely creative editor very early on when photo book making was very tedious and slow. We didn't have one-click apps and all of that, but this editor allowed you to use ready-made templates, and you could add stickers and embellishments and backgrounds and text, and it was very visually creative and was very easy to use, and you could just get the books done, print them, and done and dusted. So I've got two books here, and as I said, I made these books with 2024 memory. So all of my trips, I went on quite a few trips in 2024, and I created one book for each. But obviously you can use these for any occasion. Mother's Day is coming up upon us. You can use it for, graduations or family birthdays, travel, even weddings if you want to. So I've got two books here and they are both identical in content, but the reason why I got two so I can show you the different sizes, the different cover options and the different paper options inside and the different binding options. So very quickly to break it down, size-wise, there is quite a wide choice in all three formats: portrait, landscape and square, and you've got small, medium and large, and you can now see on the screen the available options when it comes to size. This one is 10 by 10 inches square and this one is 8.5 by 8.5 inches square, so I would say this one is kind of smallish and this is a good medium, but on many websites this one is considered large and this one is considered medium. The covers, they only offer two covers now. They used to offer a leather cover and now you've got soft cover and you've got hard cover, and all of these are image wrapped, so you have to design the front cover and it's completely personalized front and back as well. The cover comes in two different options, either glossy, which you can see has a very nice shine, makes the colors pop a bit more, or you've got soft touch matte, which is very smooth, and as you can see there is no glare at all. And this one is the only option when it comes to lay flat books. So for lay flat books you can't choose the glossy one, but for standard hardcover books you can choose either of these two. Now when it comes to binding, this is where it gets really important. This book here is the perfect bound, meaning that the book, as you can see, doesn't open fully flat and you have to hold it with your hands to keep it open. And this is the standard one, which is, you know, the most standard photo book that every company does. And they've got this seamless lay flat, which stays fully flat. As you can see, you can create nice double page spreads because these are printed as a double spread and then they are stuck together, creating an uninterrupted flow of the images. These are the two options, and for the lay flat you've got two options. You've got one which has very thick rigid pages and one which has thick pages. You can also see on the screen now the different paper options available for the hardcover and the lay flat book. The paper in the standard hardcover book is actually very interesting. The one I chose here is the matte paper. Although the matte paper on first look can feel like printer paper, it's not. It is brilliant white, so the colors look really good on it. Very, very vibrant colors and very bright colors, and it has a nice texture. It almost looks like art paper. But if matte papers are not your thing, if you're looking for that kind of photograph look, then don't go for this paper. But if you like an interesting, subtle, shine-free look, then this matte paper is quite pretty. In the other book, I chose the lustrous paper, which is more like a photograph, so it has a lustrous pearly texture. It has a subtle sheen, but as you can see, it's not very glossy. It's not a high gloss paper, but this one feels more like a wedding album when you put photos into it. The text still looks sharp on it, but if you have a lot of text in your books, if it's more like a book as opposed to a photo album, then the matte is always going to be better than the lustrous one. Now, one thing in the editor you need to be careful about when you create these books is that when you create a layout in the editor, you don't have to specify if it's a lay flat book or a hardcover book. And the layout at checkout, you can choose whether you want it to be a bigger size. So you can basically upsize and downsize the same project. You don't have to recreate it, but you have to choose the lay flat or non-lay flat binding at checkout once you created your book. And when you create the book, it's really important to make this decision beforehand because some of the layouts will not work very well with the non-lay flat book. Let me just show you an example here. Here is a spread of my wedding, and I put this photo here where we're standing against this wall, and as you can see, it's beautiful. You can see the entire thing, but I have the exact same spread in the hardcover book. There we are, and since this one doesn't open completely flat, you can see that the second person is missing because it's getting lost in the gutter. So obviously if you have a face in the middle of the book, or if you have any text or anything important that's not just like sky or, you know, some irrelevant background, you need to be very careful about that because in the hardcover book that's going to get lost in the gutter. Now this is not any different to any other photo book, but because the template is the same for both of these binding types, I would strongly urge you to make that decision before you start editing your photo book so you don't have to re-edit when you actually get to the checkout process. The print quality in these books is really nice, such vibrant colors. I think it improved a lot since the last time I ordered from Mixbook, and I think they use the latest HP Indigo printers now, which is not silver halide, so it's not a photographic print method, but it's one of the best ones in the digital press world. So it's a more cost-efficient print method, but it's definitely very, very sharp now, and the new editions of these printers can create very good photo quality. Now what I'm going to do is go onto the website, show you a little bit around what changed there, and then show you the desktop editor, which is their main editor, which offers you the most tools. And then I'm going to show you very quickly on the phone, the new app, what are some of the new features that you can try, such as the shuffle button, the auto layout from memories, creation of memories from your photos on the phone and creating automatic books from those, automatic caption generation. So a lot of very new functions that we didn't have before, and best of all, you can now collaborate with your friends and family, so you can start a photo book and anyone else can jump in, log in, and you can edit at the same time, and you can see these edits in live real time, which is very good if you are making a photo book with your partner, or if you are trying to work with colleagues, for example, on a yearbook for a school. Now, the other great thing about the editor is that now you can edit on multiple devices and they all integrate. So I can basically start a photo book on my phone, I can upload the photos from my phone, and then I can move onto the computer and edit the same project on the computer editor, which is much nicer, bigger, I can see better on it. And then if I go, away for a day and I only have my phone with me, I can carry on with the editing on my phone. So they are always up to date, and whatever you change in the computer, you'll see that change instantly on the other devices, the phone, a tablet, or whatever you're using. So these are some of the new features, but again, I will show you them in more detail in a second. The new website looks very funky, very colorful, and if you come down here to photo books, you can already see the three kinds, the hardcover, lay flat, and soft cover, and it shows you all the information, what are the available cover options, what are the available paper finishes, how many pages you can have, and what sizes. So you can see all of these up front, which is really important. And if you come down, here are all the lovely themes, and if you click on a theme, it's interactively already loading up and you can see how it looks. So everything is very interactive. It almost looks like an app instead of a website, so I'm really happy with that. Then you can see the editor, a little demo of it, and you can see the paper options. Again, that's kind of an animation, so you can see how the light would bounce back from the different paper options. So that's all about the new website. And when you get to checkout, so for example, here is a book and I would like to check out, and now it gives me the three options, so I don't need to decide on any of these before I start creating the book. If I choose lay flat, for example, I've got 4 different sizes that I can choose from, and you can see on the photo instantly how big the book is going to be compared to you. And the good thing is you can choose any size as long as the format is the same, with the same design that you've already created. And here you can choose the paper options and the cover option. Now let's see the editor. So here is the main spread. If I come here to layouts, it's going to give me the usual pages and spreads, but now when I click on spreads, it automatically shows it to me with my own photos, so I can imagine how it's going to look. So it's not showing stock photos, it's showing my own pictures, and I can see how the layout would look. I can select how many photos I want on the layout, and then I can really just go through all of these until I find something that I really like. There's a much bigger library of stickers now, and it's much easier to look for stickers in the search. So for example, if I want to look for something for Thailand, then I can already see all of these stickers and I can add them onto my page. Now here is the interesting part when it comes to the text elements. There is obviously, apart from adding your own text, there is now an AI caption feature. So if I come to, for example, this beach section here, and I would like to add some text here, let me see what it suggests. So the smart caption ideas say exploring nature's beauty, island adventures captured, life's tropical moments. So you can already tell that these photos are from a tropical place and from an island, and I can regenerate them and I can get some more captions, or I can select by topic. Now this is very useful if you're creating a photo book for someone else, or if you're creating a portfolio and you want to to add some nice captions, but you don't want it to be too personal. Obviously, if you are the one person traveling and you know what happened there, the AI is not going to be able to guess that, okay, this was my day of hike at, I don't know, whichever peak in St. Lucia. It's not going to know that, but it can predict a lot. And many times you don't want to put too much personal stuff in there, but you want to add a nice caption just so it, it kind of fits in with the photos. And for that, this caption idea is really smart, and it actually recognizes the scene quite well, and you can regenerate so many times and find something, and then you can just add it onto the page. Now you can add all the available themes of Mixbook, and you can switch between them. So if I click on this theme here, I can apply it, and now my entire book has been reformatted to this new theme. And if I don't like it, I can always just undo the whole thing and it goes back to the original. So I can really not do any harm to my edit, but I can go through lots of themes. So once you have your book created, you can go through the themes and just swap between them very easily. Now another thing you might want to do is, if you come to photos and you select a few photos, let's for example select this one, 2, and let's come to a new page, add 2 blank pages. So yeah, I selected how many photos? 3 photos. Let me add another one. 5 photos. And now I want to create a layout from these 5 photos. I can just drag the 5 photos and it's already created a layout for me because the auto layout function is turned on. So really handy. You don't have to find a layout. You can just select your photos, click, selected, and drag them onto the page, and it creates a layout for you automatically. So really useful, these smart features. And the best thing is, if you don't want to create a photo book by design at all, you can just select the entire album of photos when you upload it, or you can select a memory, click on auto create, and it's going to create the photo book completely automatically. So these are the main features now that you can see in the editor. Everything is a lot easier on the eye. It's a lot easier to use. It doesn't really look like Adobe InDesign, it doesn't look so complicated. It doesn't look scary. It has a very minimal learning curve. It's basically just drag and drop and swap between the layouts until you find something that you really like. Now let's have a look at the app. So if you come to the app and you want to create a new book, you can just click on Photo Book, and look how interactive the whole thing is. You can see actually how the book looks. You can see how the lay flat book looks, the different binding types. So really well made, very visually attractive, and very visually descriptive as well. And then I can just select this book, and I can select the size, paper type, and the cover, and click on next. And now I can select one of these many themes. So let's select, I don't know, something simple, and the Mixbook Studio is loading. Now I can select photos. I'm just going to select some random Safari pictures here. There we are, 36 pictures, and it's uploading now. And here we are, we've got all our photos in. So I'm going to just select them all and add to book. And now it's asking me if I want to use AI to create the book or if I want to add them myself. So I'm going to click on Recreate Book, include the front cover too, and the entire book is created in one click. Now if I come to this page here, I can click on the Shuffle button, and I can do the Shuffle button until I find something that I really like. And this is the one button that I'm kind of missing from the desktop editor, because although you can hover above the layout, you don't actually have a Shuffle button, which I find really useful, because the Shuffle button you can just press until you see something that you really like. And you can go on to the next page, and again you can just do the Shuffle button and see different layouts for any number of photos. The rest of the features are the same in both the app and also the desktop. So you've got the AI caption, as you can see, and you've got your stickers, backgrounds, lots of different layouts, and you can swap between the different themes. But the main thing was this shuffle button and the seamless integration of the mobile app and the desktop editor. So whatever you do here, you can see that on the desktop editor, so you can work on the two interfaces at the same time, whatever you have access to, and you can also invite other people to collaborate with you, so you can work on these projects with your friends and family. So I hope this video gave you an insight into the new features of Mixbook and why this company is doing so great and why it's so easy to create very good looking photo books with minimal effort. I think I managed to talk about all the features of the physical book and the new features of the editor. I have lots of other videos about Mixbook on this channel if you want to know more about them. I also had a full tutorial on their editor, however that was the old editor, but still some of it might still apply. If you have any more questions about Mixbook, don't forget to leave your questions in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.